I don't know whether Maponga has become, or he's becoming wise, foolish, what, but certain things that he said, they have triggered me to even do a lot of research. I'm gonna share my findings, and you will see where I'm coming from. Guys, there are three types of school of thinking, or something that informs how people think and behave. It is based on the conditions in which they live in, what they're exposed to. People who are governed by or through theocracy think different than people who are governed through democracy. And people who are governed through democracy think different than people who are governed through autocracy. There's more or less a close relationship between autocracy and theocracy. However, there is also within it a huge distinction between the two because of the principles therein. Where does Maponga belongs to? What is his thinking? How many people will be deceived by this man? Because this man, he's doing something that I found to be very cunning and deceptive. Don't get me wrong, me, I allow people to practice between these three. But Maponga is practicing outside these three. And I'm going to show you and share with you my finding as I was doing this research, provided that you're interested. If you are, then please stick around. As you stick around, there's only one favor that I'm requesting from you, and that is you subscribe, you like the video, and you comment in the comment section below, because doing all of that, it does help out a lot when it comes to the YouTube algorithm to promote and spread this video to as many people as possible. So the power here is in your hands. Please exercise it in favor of this video. Now, speaking of exercising things in favor of this video, I sat there, I was watching videos. The latest video that Maponga did was on Hustler's Corner with DJ Spoon. He was asked, it's Good Friday, tell us about your knowledge about it. This is what he said. He says that the cross there represent the middleman there. That man represent black men. The two, it's Chinese. Did he say Chinese and Indians? I think it says Chinese and Indians, if not Chinese. So listen to this one. This man is, the middle one is, according to Maponga, a black person. This one is a Chinese and this one is an Indian person. If I'm not mistaken, but I know for a fact that Chinese and a black person are mentioned, right? According to him, that is what this symbol of a cross represent. Okay, then I had to take that type of thinking, weigh it against where it originated from. So I had to look at, okay, where does Easter, or the sentiment of Easter, where does it belong? And then I find out, okay, Easter belongs to Christians. You understand? It's more or less like a Christian holidays, to get the point. I've done a video, by the way, about Easter, and I actually discovered that Easter is also wrong. But the sentimental value from people, they associate that with Christians, to get the point. So I had to go dig deeper to theocracy then and find out, to go to key. In theocracy, an event like that, what happened to that event? I found out that, okay, I was then taken to the book of Matthew, Mark, Luke. You understand? In the book of Matthew, Mark, Luke, I was taken towards the end of the Bible, at the end of those chapters. The end of those chapters, it is when I was told that there was a day where Jesus went to Gethsemane. I think it was when you start reading from verse 26 towards the end of Matthew from chapter 26 towards the end of the chapter 27, that's when you see that, oh, Jesus gets in a place called Gethsemane. He cried sweat blood, and then that's when he was crucified. Oh, they was crucified, and then he was crucified alone. You know what I'm saying? He suffered on Thursday the whole day, and then he was taken to the cross where he was crucified, where all the procedure, the painful scene, you know what I'm saying? As that thing was happening, he was captured. There were two thieves that were captured there. You understand? These two thieves that were captured, they have transgressed the laws of the land. You know what I'm saying? And their sins was punishable with death. So these two men, one is the one that says, look, oh, Father, he said what? Forgive me when you arrive in your kingdom, please, can I be with you? And then Jesus assured that man that I will be with you. So I found that comes from there. But then Maponga has turned it and he has made it. There's this thing that is happening these days where people are so into Africanism. So he has turned a theological concept into an African concept. So I was like, wow, Maponga wants to reason. He is taking a reasoning that comes from a democratic perspective and also comes from an autocratic perspective. He infused that thinking with a theological perspective, and then he's trying to be smart enough that he want to play for all. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, when you weigh him, you don't say that Maponga is being deceptive here. He thinks he's smart, but is not being smart. Let me show you something. When I was searching him through theocracy, trying to weigh his thinking, there's a verse that I read which comes from the book of Romans chapter 1, and we're going to be reading from verse 20 to 25 and from verse 29 to 30. So let's go with me to that one as well. Start with verse 20. It says, for his invisible attribute, namely his eternal power, divine nature, have been clearly perceived ever since the creation of the world in the things that have been made, so they are without excuse. 21. For although they knew God, they did not honor him as God or give thanks to him, but they became fatal in their thinking, and their foolish hearts were darkened. Verse 22. Claiming to be wise, they became fools. 23. Exchanged the glory of the immortal God for images resembling mortal men and birds and animal creatures. That's where again the problem is, right? And 24. Therefore God gave them up in their lust of their hearts and to impurity, to dishonoring of their bodies and among themselves. Verse 25. Because they have exchanged the truth about God for lie and worship and serve creatures rather than the Creator, who is blessed forever and ever. Amen. Right. 29. It says that they were filled with all manner of unrighteousness, evil, covetousness, malice. They are full of envy, murder, strife, deceit, malicious, and they are gossips, steady, slanderers, haters of God, insolent, naughty, boastful, inventors of evil, disobedient to parents. Now, so we're gonna leave it up there. What we get is that these people, according to what I get from theocracy, is that they first read a theocracy, and theocracy, it's what God says. You understand? Whatever God says. So they read and drank, or they drank from, or they were drinking from theocracy, and then when they reached a level of thinking that they are now wise above where they've been drinking, wise above their own fountain, then according to what we've been reading here, is that they took that, packaged it, and make it theirs. So they turned the image of God into the likeness. Now listen to this one, into the likeness of man. So I found that the reasoning of Maponga is actually suiting this from a theocratical perspective. It suits this type of people that are described here. I said to you, I don't have a problem with people practicing democracy to the fullest. In democracy, you can choose to be gay, you can choose to be isangoma, you can choose to, whatever you choose. You can hug trees, you can sleep in a mountain, you can decide to kill yourself through the sea. It's okay. It's your democratic right, to get the point. But I have a problem with people who are trying to be both, trying to be theocratic reasoners or thinkers, democratic reasoners and thinkers, and autocratic thinking. And I was like, I don't find where Maponga fits. But instead, as I was searching from a theocratical perspective, I actually found that what Maponga is doing is actually strictly against theocracy. So Maponga, in his reasoning, if you are his followers, please tell him that, I know, when you present things like that, the first argument is going to be, yeah, who wrote the Bible? You know what I'm saying? That's where we go. But I'm saying, Mina, differentiate between theocracy, autocracy, and democracy. You get the point? And don't deceive people and make them believe that you can take both. There's no way. I found out there's no way you can take both. In the comment section below. I want to hear from you. For me and you guys will see each other in the next video. But until that next video, good people, please take care.